Hello, Walter. Walter Mmari, right? That's do I say it right?
Yes,
The last
yes.
name, Mmari.
Yes, Mmari, yes.
Perfect. Thank you. You know, funny thing. Just my last name is Walter, exactly like your first name. So you're
I see
very,
that. I
very
can see
close
that
to
now.
me.
Wow.
Close to me already. Can you please introduce yourself a little bit? You know, what kind of music you do, what you do anyway for profession, and just give us a little background where you're coming from music wise and where you are at the moment.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tobias. My name is Walter, and I'm a musician, as you all know. My main day job or my professional job is an airline pilot. So I do fly around the region here in Africa quite a lot. I'm living in South Africa, Johannesburg, and I've been living here for about 15 years. I'm from Tanzania, actually.
Uh-huh.
Yes, from Tanzania, and then just a little brief upbringing of myself. Was born in Tanzania. We lived overseas in Australia, so I traveled that side of the world, and we also then came back to Africa, and now where I'm in South Africa. My first passion is flying airplanes, and my second passion is making music, and then that's how I got into music as well.
Cool.
The music I'm making is mostly, well, it's experimental. I do everything. I'm sure you've listened to some of the stuff. I do a bit of ambient music, quiet, experimental, even rock and roll, actually.
Exactly. This was the last thing you sent me, and I was, we talk about, just introduce yourself, and then we talk about this later. You're quite, well versed and diverse.
Yeah, so that's a brief introduction of where I am now, and yeah, I'm really glad that we could have this interview.
Cool. Thank you very much. Okay, then just a short question. Where in Australia did you live?
We lived in Melbourne.
Really? My wife is from Melbourne, so we have so much connections, don't you think? And I was once your neighbor. I lived in Botswana for a little while, so and I flew in from Johannesburg. How you say it? Johannesburg?
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. And so I was only briefly there on the airport, so I don't really know the city, but I was close to you. I was in Kasane and I went to Gaborone in Botswana.
Yes.
So. And just because I before I started the call, I was going through your Instagram account. You have some really cool pictures there. So you really fly these fancy jets? Or was it just a picture?
Yes, I do. I'm a
cool. Wow.
No, I'm a captain. I'm a captain of those jets. Yes, so that's what I do in the day.
Impressive. Because this is really like I was flying as I went from Kasane to Gaborone with the little donkey plane. The 5-seater plane. Yes. I guess you know them. Yes. And so I was like, okay, he's most likely one of these. But you're like, wow, this is a real jet, right? It's a jet.
Yes, it's jets. Yes, that's what we're flying. Yes.
Wow. Cool. Very cool. So I mean, you already touched on this in your introduction. You're quite diverse. I mean, I really like that. It's not you're not a one-note pony or a one-note band. Who can only do one thing. But yeah, you surprised me quite a lot. Because the first song I got from you was more like this ambient thing, more electronic, experimental, and I liked it. It was, it was like a very scenic, like a movie scene thing. And now the last song you sent me was a rock song. The demo you sent me. And I was like, wow, yes. And I liked it too. It's currently in my playlist, and I'm
yes.
So how come? Maybe you already answered it partly because you had such a diverse upbringing. You were in Melbourne, and you're from Tanzania. So how come that your taste or your music making skills are so diverse?
That's a good question. Actually, initially when I started, I think around 2001 was when I got my first guitar, and I started my first acoustic, and I used to listen to. Back in the day, I listened to bands like like the Verve and Oasis and Radiohead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that was where my love for music started. Actually, was with those British bands, really. And then that's all my music I started recording. And then over the years, I started listening to different music and more classical. And then I started trying to compose that as well. Mm-hmm. And whatever I like, even house music, whatever I like, I kind of try to recreate it, at home. Mm-hmm. Because music is wonderful. I absolutely love all kinds of music.
Mm-hmm. No, so I'm completely with you.
Those are actually old. Yes, those are like oldish songs, but there's new ones. I mean, there's a new one which I've recorded coming out in February. That's also a bit rock. That's a brand new one. So
okay, you need to send it to me. You need to send it to me. Yeah, it's kind of I mean, I speak with a few different musicians, but most of them are kind of finding their bracket, and it's not that they are kind of blind to other kind of music, but you are more, and as I said, I also lived in Botswana for a little while, and I was hanging out with musicians there, and they have a different style of us Europeans. But now, I mean, you kind of answered the question, because Oasis and Radiohead, yeah, this is more the European rock stuff, but it's not so common in I don't know how it is in South Africa, but in Botswana, I think I went once to a party, and yeah, I guess, and I played some songs on the acoustic, and nobody knew the songs I was playing. So
exactly.
So you are a little bit the odd guy out here, huh? I mean, or do you connect with your musicians in Johannesburg, or how is the scene there anyway?
Well, it's interesting. At one point I did kind of form a band, but that was quite a long time ago. The scene is, I think, with my job, my challenge is time. I don't have much free time. I'm always flying around, so I stopped trying to get a band and to play live, because it wouldn't work. The scene here is also, it's different. They don't, like you say, the British bands are not big here at all. The European bands aren't big, so I'm just by myself here. Even with some ambient music, it's not big here. So it's it's not big at all.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. So had you had any chance to present your music live in a club or something? I mean, now we have Corona, and we can talk about how it's affecting Johannesburg. But before that, had you any chance to do some live renditions? I mean, perform with your music?
Maybe 12, 13 years ago, the last time I played live.
Wow.
And it was a small club, a small group, maybe 100 people. And I think we played 3 songs as the band. It was just 3 songs. We got on stage, I loved it. I think playing live is really, really beautiful. With Corona now, the clubs are all closed. There's nothing, there's no live entertainment anymore. So my heart goes out to all the musicians who rely on live music, because there's no opportunity now.
Yeah, no, it's the same here. It's good that you have a good job, so I think you're well off with what you do as a day job. But yeah, for all the others, it's dire times. So anyway, so you never really planned on doing live shows with your ambient music and stuff, as a solo performer, like a DJ or something?
No, not yet. Maybe one day, but for now, no. For now, I just like to experiment in the studio, and this is my favorite place to be, is sitting in front of the computer and trying different sounds, and yeah.
Okay, so you're very happy just with yourself, and you don't need any some musicians crave the feedback from the audience, or how do you get feedback? I mean, you're to be found online. You know, I also will link to your music once the video comes out and stuff. So how do you judge success for yourself, or how do you or how important is it for you? That's maybe the better question, because as you see and said that you like just to do it and try out things, and I'm completely with that. You know, it's just playing around. It's like, oh, you know, this vast space, and you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
But you know, we are living in the real world, so sometimes you want to know how other people are affected by your music, and you know, how do we like? So is there any feedback loop you get to your music?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, normally, as you said, I make it music, and I just, when I'm happy, I put it out. You know, as long as I think it sounds nice. The main feedback loop for me would be on, I think SoundCloud is a good place where people can actually respond and comment. So that's a good feedback loop. And then there's a few groups on the internet where people kind of let you know how you think. But most of the people are musicians, you know. So for me, the only main way I judge it is just by the audience on like Spotify, you know, and Apple Music. You can see who's listening and where. So that's I just listen to see what songs people like, which ones are getting played the most. And that's where I kind of see what works and what doesn't work.
And how important is this for you? I mean, we established that you just do the music for yourself, and I think how much enjoyment do you get when you see it was streamed 1,000 times or something?
I love it. I do. Yeah, I think as a musician, or as a creator, you like to know that people are actually connecting with your music. So it is important. It's important, but it's not 100% important. Maybe it's 70%.
It's not the most important thing. No, I get that.
To put out. Yes. Yes.
And who's? I think the answer will be you. But who's in charge of your cover artwork? And I guess you do this on your own as well, right?
Yes, yes, I do. Some of them are photos that I've taken, during flying, but most of them I just get. The way I create music is my process normally is with images first. I was telling someone yesterday the story that normally I see a picture, and that picture connects with me, and then I write music around that picture.
Okay.
I don't know how that works, but that's just the way I normally work.
So you basically have a cover first, and then okay. So you do.
Yes.
Most people do it the other way around. No, but it's fine. I mean, this is the cool thing. There is no right or wrong. Like I said, this is your way of making music, and what counts is the end result. How you get there doesn't really matter. If the cover is first, that's also. I kind of get it, because sometimes you have like an atmospheric photo, this kind of makes you get some thoughts, and when you get into this road, and but this is interesting. I forgot what I wanted to say. Sorry. And the demos, you just kind of got out of a shelf right now and just said, okay, dusted them off and put them out.
Yes, I've got lots of songs. I've got maybe a folder with 200 songs that I haven't yet worked on.
Wow.
200.
Okay.
There's a lot. So what I did was I went into that folder and I found the ones that are the most almost ready, and I love these ones. I've got 6 which are coming out, and these ones they resonated with me, and I thought, you know what, let me just put them out. Who knows if new people will like it? I don't know, but I like them, and it's not what I'm used to putting out, but I love making rock music, so I worked on them, I mastered them a little bit, and some of them even have lyrics. Like the one which I sent you actually has lyrics, but I'm not a singer, So I maybe should find.
Yeah, this would be. I just
find
wrote it down.
something
This would
on
be
it.
my next question. Because I think all the songs you sent me were just instrumental, and they work. That's absolutely fine.
Yes.
And I have no problem with that. But yeah, usually you have a singer. So are you trying to get one, to find one, or is your flight schedule is kind of disrupting too much that you cannot get even a two-man project or two-person project together?
I think with the internet, I've done 3 collaborations now with a lady from Los Angeles, and we've put them out. So to find someone now, they can be anywhere in the world, which is really what I like with technology now, So maybe what I'll do is I'll see if anyone's interested in working on some of the rock pieces, and maybe using my lyrics or changing them, as long as the melody is kind of the same. Maybe I think that's a good idea.
I think we need to talk. I'm a singer as well, so yeah. And the rock stuff, this is my. I mean, you know that I like your things because I will play it in my radio show and I put it in my playlist. So yeah, you know that I like it. Yeah, the electronic is the ambient stuff is more for listening for me. I don't see any lyrics in there because this is really just like. Don't get it wrong, chill out music, where you can kind of just relax and if you want to sing in there, it should be really, some very smooth tones or better, a female voice, a female soothing voice, so not my harsh voice. This is more rock voice here, right? So yeah, I would be. I mean, let's talk about this. I mean, we get to know each other. I don't mind. I mean, I would like to sing on a few rock songs. Anyway, after the call, you can send me the lyrics and because as you see now, I have my little own home studio, so I'm all geared up and set up for singing. So I like that, and like you said, the cool thing is with the internet, you can connect with everywhere. I gave one of the guys I already interviewed. Or talked. I don't do an interview. I talk. He lives in Los Angeles, like your singer, and I sang for him for a track, and this is really great. And so for us as musicians, maybe let's talk about this just briefly. For me personally, COVID-19 has not affected me so much because I was working on things anyway and not really planning shows at the moment because I just got together a new band and there was not a lot of rehearsals.
Good.
So for me, it was kind of perfect because I had time and to focus on things and finishing a few songs and doing this and that. So. And for you, it seemed like the same, but you also, you were not affected at all, basically.
Yes, that's musically, yes. Musically, if anything, I've actually got more time now because we're not flying much, with all the borders being closed. So for me, it's been a bonus where I've been able to sit and actually work a lot more on these unfinished projects that have been, sitting and collecting dust for so many years.
Mm-hmm. And how do you write your lyrics? Because I mean, I will just send them to me. I haven't heard. I'm really Let's see. I don't know really what to expect your lyrics because your music is like sometimes dreamlike, ambient, and then this other rock stuff. So what do you write about? If you want to talk about it, you didn't need to.
This one, definitely. This last one now, this one moving on. Actually, I love it. The lyrics are really. I've actually recorded my voice on it. So what I can do is I can even send you the lyrics and the version with me singing, and then at least there's no guesswork. You know exactly how it works. And it's one of my favorites. There's this one, and the next one, which is coming out in about a month, is also one of my. It's even heavier than this one, and those are like, you know. So it's just with lyrics, it's what I'm feeling. I don't know. It's you know, I just write what I'm feeling, and then I put music on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't have music and then try to write words. I have words. You know, like on, I don't know if you visited my SoundCloud. Where I put descriptions.
Actually, no. I just saw, you know, in preparation of this call that you are very big on SoundCloud, and I was, you know, this is kind of for me the one thing. Not only the one thing. I do a few things I don't. You know, I'm not on SoundCloud. I'm not on Facebook, and you know, it's kind of. I'm only one person, so I decided, okay, I'm big on Twitter, and I do my radio show, and that's enough. And now this talk show here, and this is Anyway, so I'm a little bit on YouTube, but no, I haven't visited it. But I talked with a friend about from Russia. And he's also very much into SoundCloud, and he told me, yeah, this is a thing, you know. I mean, you, I don't know here, the one. Anyway, you can get famous out of SoundCloud, and there is SoundCloud rappers who just do only SoundCloud music and stuff. And for me, it's kind of like a different universe.
Yes, I don't know. SoundCloud. I'm not. I don't put a lot of effort into SoundCloud because, you know, I don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't make any revenue on SoundCloud, or me at least, you know. But SoundCloud, I can put a description of what I'm writing. You know, all the music has a very description of it to explain, and then also you can connect with listeners.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's how SoundCloud works. You know, people come, they listen, and then they click and follow you maybe on Spotify or on YouTube. You know, so it's a gate for them to go somewhere else.
It's a gateway drug.
And it's free, you know. So that's why I think you get lots of people who, yes, that's it. Great drug.
Okay, yeah, no, so maybe I should try it now. Yeah, no, I have a talk. I have a talk with Alex. It's in my playlist on YouTube where he talks specifically about SoundCloud and tells, you know, the benefits of SoundCloud. And yeah, but anyway, you know, I believe a little bit if you're you know, stretching yourself too thin and do too many different things, and I'm not meaning musically, but you know what I'm doing a radio show, and I do my curate my playlist, and now I do this talk show. So you know, I also, you know, I have a family and I have a day job, and you know, so it's not you know, I focus on the things I can do, and then that's it. You know, let the others become famous.
Yes.
I can at least talk with them. Okay, so
that's a good strategy. Yeah, it's a good strategy.
I think so too. So what? What's your main influence with this electronic music? Because that's you know, I know, of course, I know the rock stuff. So, but what influences you with the electronic music? Because this is also very, you know, I lived only for 4 months in Botswana, so you know I cannot say anything. But as I was there, no one listened to ambient music. I knew. And, you know, everyone was doing kind of more this, I wouldn't, tribal is not the right word, but more the traditional kind of music and stuff. So
yes, it's a bit of dance music.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fine. And I didn't, you know what I didn't really know back then was what I guess you know for sure is that most of these singers and guys, they don't write their own music. They have people who just write them songs and they just perform them and sing them, basically, you know, like buying beats and stuff. I really didn't know what this meant until somebody told me what it is, because I was like, are you buying drum beats, you know, drum tracks or something? What is it? What you mean beats? You know, and they're selling songs for you to put on lyrics, and I think it's okay. You know, I don't wanna degrade that, but as a real, as a real musician, it should be a little bit more personal. That's my point anyway. But sorry, this has nothing to do with you. You do your own music, and you're becoming already something like a producer if you work with other artists. Because when you can do your things. Do you also do remixes of other songs?
Not yet. I've had some people do remixes of my songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got 2 people who've done 2 remixes, which are very nice,
Mm-hmm.
And it's also nice when someone says, "I love your song, I want to do a remix," and you're like, "Yeah,"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But for me, no. It's as you said, we sit and we start with a blank piece of paper and pick up the guitar, and all my electronic music starts on the guitar, actually.
Really? Okay.
It doesn't end off on the guitar, but it starts on the guitar. Every single song starts on the guitar.
Okay. So how do you decide which one goes to goes the electronic route and one which goes the rock route? Because they both start at the same place.
Yes, it's all in the studio. In the studio, you start with the guitar track, and then you start layering and adding, and sometimes the guitar doesn't sound so nice when you add something else. So, but all of them have a guitar recording in the all of them. So maybe one day we'll do that. The song I sent you, Solace. Solace is coming out. I think I've got the acoustic version coming out in January.
Okay,
so maybe
cool.
You'll enjoy that one very much. That's what I recorded before I went into studio. So it's just acoustic, ding, 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 and then I put it to drums and the keyboard and everything. But yeah, that's the guitar's always my. I've got 2 of them here, and those are my companions.
I see. Do you take them on your flights as well, or just at home?
Yeah, no, just at home. Normally, I take my laptop on the flights, and then I work in the hotel on mixing and mastering.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I can kind of imagine how your job is like. You kind of fly somewhere, and then you have to wait to be able to fly back. So and when you have a lot of time to kill in a
Yes.
city where you maybe don't want to be or don't know so many people or something. So it's. Is it a lonely life, or you seem very happy? It doesn't seem to affect you. Sorry, you don't have to answer this question.
It's very lonely. No, I think it's a good question, and yes, it is lonely. You go to the hotel, you're so tired, you sleep, you're there for a day or 2. You have lots of time to listen to music. For me, it's to work on music.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a bit lonely, but it's also exciting. It's exciting. You get you're always in a new place. I think for musicians or for creatives, it's the best to be somewhere else every week. You're in a new town here, and you're seeing new people. So it helps me also.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about that. And it's a really cool job. Lots of people admire you, and you got a nice uniform and a really cool plane. So there's not much to complain about. It's just I was thinking, because I have a family now, and stuff. So it would be it would be a little bit taxing. So but yeah. But somebody has to do it, and it's you. So thank you very much.
Actually, speaking of Botswana, on Christmas Day last year on Christmas Day, we flew to Kasane and to Gaborone. So we went Joburg, Kasane, back to Joburg, and then to Gaborone, back to Joburg for 4 flights on Christmas Day. So somebody has to do it. Just
Wow, yeah. So when you stay in the hotels, you also you go out and check what's going on in the scene or so. What do you enjoy when you go out, or what you search out music wise? Because for you, I don't think you are just focused on the kind of music you are doing. You also take in everything else, So what kind of music enjoyment, as it was still possible, now we have COVID-19, were you seeking out if you could?
Yes, mostly the smaller bands. The small bands and the very small clubs. Nothing big, especially when you go out, because with work you have to normally start the next day very early. So you'd go to a small restaurant or small club, and you'd watch a small group or small band, and it's of any music. Some play jazz, some play rock, some. So even piano. I once went to watch a lady play piano in front of an audience. It was just beautiful. But whatever's. So nothing big. I don't do big concerts. I can't.
Yeah. So it seems like you're constantly working, huh? So you hardly get time off, or
yes.
I see. Okay.
No, constantly working. Yes.
Oh man, poor you.
Although with COVID now we don't fly a lot, so this is the most time I've had in free time is now, because of we're only flying maybe once a week, not even.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So what's what's your future plans? We already touched it a little bit, that you're gonna ask for singers and make collaborations, and I think this should be quite easy for you, because I sometimes get asked to collaborate, and then they send me songs, and I'm like, I tactfully decline, so because there's certain qualities I want in a song and stuff, and so I don't think this will be a big issue for you, and because your quality is perfect. And by the way, how do you mix and master everything yourself, right?
Yes, that's it. That's correct.
So you kind of learned all the skills on your own, I take it, or did you get any professional help here?
No, it's all trial and error. I've recorded so many recordings that trial and error. I just learn it myself. I listen. If I don't like it, I change it. Most songs end up staying in the demo folder because I can't get the sound I want.
So you're very particular here, and then you do
yes.
YouTube tutorials you check out, or how do you learn to get better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Sometimes I do. I listen. Mostly I just listen to music. I just listen to music. I actually was listening to. I'm trying to think. Like this song in particular. There's a band called Caesar. I don't know if you know Caesar. They're South African.
No.
But Caesar, yeah. So this song actually was recorded. This Moving On was recorded, listening to their song and referencing their kind of tone. So I do a lot of listening and then trying to make it sound that, because I'm sure you're aware, guitars are a headache to work with, for me at least. To get that sound, it can take the whole day.
Yeah. I was once coming about a tutorial from the Rammstein guitar guy, and he was like, oh, and then I put the mic, their amps, and then I put the mic just a little centimeter to the left, and it was so a different sound, you can go crazy with sound, it's you have to. How do you decide when you're done? How do you make this? Because music is always work in progress, right? You could always do a little bit more. You could put in a layer or take out a layer, or you enhance the bass drum, or so. It's kind of it's always transient. It's never really done. So how do you decide that it's done for you? You have to. You obviously took the decision once in a while to say, okay, this one is done.
Yes, that's true. No, what I've done was in 2017, I took it. I gave myself a challenge, and my challenge was to release a song every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I've been doing that now since up to now. I'm still releasing. I'm releasing, basically recording a song and finishing it, and that for me helps me say, okay, now it's done. Now I can't touch it anymore. I must leave it. That helps. Yeah. because otherwise I would just keep on twiddling and fixing it. Yeah.
I last night I was talking with my guitar guy from my band, and he's kind of writing new songs, and I'm getting so annoyed. I mean, in a positive way, but and I changed something. He sends me, I feel like 5 new versions per day, because he changed this and he changed that, and like, okay, wait, keep it and give me one version when you think you kind of got it, and then we take it from there, because it's I'm like, I'm overwhelmed by all this stuff, and so I think you understand him, and I of course understand him as well, that there's always, I can fix that, and you listen again, and then let it rest for a while, and listen back in 2 weeks, once you have kind of cleansed your palate and cleansed your ears from this, because sometimes you get colorblind or something. You cannot hear anymore the little things, or another strategy is, of course, did you have other people you show your music to who can give you some feedback before you release it?
No, not at all. That's I finish it. I leave it for maybe a few days. Like you say, I listen to it the next day. I take a few days, but then if I like it, if I can listen to it when I'm driving or when I'm walking, without, if I can listen to it without thinking, then I'm happy. Then I think, okay, people will also like to walk and listen or drive, so.
Okay, I see.
Hopefully, so far it works. So far.
No, it works. It works, but it's the problem for the musicians, for the people out there to understand this is, because you worked on the song, most people hear the whole thing, right? They hear the beat and stuff, but we are kind of, because you mixed it, you're listening to little pieces and bits of it. People might not even, I mean, subconsciously only notice, So for a musician to listen to a song, it takes work to get out of a and this bit and this bit and this bit thinking, So I realized this as I was going to clubs like you said, and I caught myself that I was like, I think the drummer missed a beat. And this was a wrong note. And so I was like, and then I was, Tobias, you're stupid. You want to enjoy the music, and it's not about that somebody is missing something, and just listen to the whole thing. And if the whole package is good, then just enjoy it for what it is, and not pick it apart. And so I mean, you can always find flaws in something, but as you might know, sometimes the flaws are the ones that make the music unique. So if you have over sanitized beats and stuff, and everything is too clean and squeaky, then it's not. That's why I also, I was really surprised with your demo you sent me. I really liked it, because it was a little bit rough. It was like, oh wow, because your ambient sounds are more smooth and relaxing and chilling and stuff. And then there was this kind of how do you say, if you uncut diamond or something,
unpolished, uncut.
Unpolished, exactly. I was looking for this word. Thank you. Anyway, how many languages do you speak? Because you're from Tanzania, so I guess you speak a few more languages than me.
Yes, no. I just English. I can hear Swahili, but I can't speak it. I can hear it. If I'm in because I never grew up in Tanzania. I never lived there.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this was. I mean, for us stupid Europeans, for us Africa, big place and stuff. And if you ever get into there, it's like I was just in Botswana, and Botswana is such a little country, but there's so many different dialects in there and languages and stuff, and people don't understand. Oh no, she's from this tribe and he's from that tribe, and like, this is so. If you go from the big, it is so much more diverse than you would think it is. I mean, in Europe, it's the same. It's we are the Germans, but of course I'm a Thuringian, and this is anyway. I don't want to get into it, but I was amazed that you actually need English or French to get along in Africa. So to kind of connect with the people, because they're so multi-language things. Great stuff.
There's so many.
Yeah. So what do you do besides music? I mean, how do you keep yourself fit? Because I think with your job you need to be fit, and you go jogging or hiking or something, or you go like whatever to the gym.
Work out. Yes, I go to the
I needed to show off a little bit, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah, you should. I do the walking. Walking is good to be fit, and I also train. I also go to I also gym. To the gym. I like to be a little bit. For me it helps to I like to sweat at least every day.
Yeah. No, me too.
I like to push the body once a day. Once every 2 days at least. Yeah.
And I guess in your when you're in a hotel or so, they usually have a gym there too, so which you can use. Something like a facility.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, no,
yes, I love the gym, and I see you also. You're also you're more, but you're bodybuilding.
I wouldn't call it bodybuilding, but no, I'm at the moment. I'm dieting. I can ask you what you're also eating, but I guess you're not eating the flight food, what the normal passengers get. No, but at the moment I'm dieting. I'm doing a ketogenic diet, so to get a little bit more ripped, and because my day job is and actually like you, I'm sitting a lot, but I'm not flying planes. I'm doing customer support for a small company. So yeah, I don't move much. So for me, sport is really important to because I'm thinking, and I think you're the same mindset here. Body and mind, they both need to be trained. You need to kind of have new experiences for your brain, but you also need to kind of work on your body, because your body is the tool where you experience the whole world with. And if you don't take care of your body, and I'm not a bodybuilder, but I'm trying to look good, of course. But if you treat your body right, you can enjoy the world better. That's simple as that. It's I have a little daughter, and if she runs away, and I'm kind of, I want to be fit. I want to kind of play with her and roughhouse with her and all these things. And so yeah, for me it goes hand in hand. Mind and body is a unity, and if you treat one thing not right and just watch really stupid things all the time, or if you eat only crappy food all the time and don't do anything for your body, then you will suffer, and will also mentally suffer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, that's so. I like that. That's very true. Yeah, no, I fully agree. I think it's so true. And so yeah, I like to watch my diet also, and I read a lot of books. I read lots and lots.
So what do you like to read the most?
Your mind, your spirit, and your body.
What's your favorite subject?
Mostly it's more. My favorite subject is. My library is actually here. It's personal development more than anything. So it's spirituality. It's maybe finances. It's a lot of autobiographies I like to read of the, some of the people who've done what I want to do. But it's not stories. It's more fact. Factual books.
Yeah. I think, like, okay, this is maybe very off topic, but I saw a speech recently from Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, you can say what you want about him.
Yeah, I've got his video, yeah.
I see. Okay, because it's kind of incredible what this guy did. With almost no skills, he kind of was the highest paid actor. He became a governor. He's a self-made man in the best sense. And where we get back to what we just talked about, I think sport is important because kind of. It gives you a purpose, and it gives you something you have to fight against. Sometimes you have to fight it. Oh, I don't want to get up. I don't want to go jogging. Oh, it's so early. I hate it. But if you overcome this, then you overcome yourself, and then you do it, and you feel much better. And this kind of creates the loop. I can overcome this. I can overcome that. It's how you see the world in the end. So your view of the world changes. It's like, oh, this is a problem. No, it's a challenge. I can tackle it, and I can overcome it. So that's I think it's essential to be fit, mind and body wise.
Yes, and that's what I think discipline is what I think as a musician for me the discipline is important. To say that. That's why I started saying I'm going to record and release a song every 2 weeks. It was for me to be disciplined. Like I say, I'm going to train my body every second day. Even if, like you say, you wake up, you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything. You wake up and you train, and it's just for the strength of mind to be disciplined, so that that you can do it.
Mm-hmm. And afterwards you feel much better. And everything is nicer. The food tastes better. Because you have real cravings, and then even if you, I don't know if what you like to binge eat, if you do something, you can eat a whole tub of ice cream if you want. If you do it only once in a while, and but other times you stay healthy, and so there is Anyway, you have more freedom when you are most of the time more strict with you, as stupid as this sounds.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, what was the last biography you were reading?
I'll tell you now. It was Elon Musk.
Oh,
Elon
cool.
Musk, his biography.
Elon Musk, this is something.
Yeah.
Isn't he from South Africa?
He is actually, yes. So I read his biography, and he's now doing his space missions, and so I think he's also self-made in some regard, So I like to read and see how you can, do whatever you can if you just put your mind to it.
Mm-hmm. And your aspirations are just with music, or also with other things? Do you want to venture into different? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to tell me, of course.
Oh yes. Well, I think for me, music. I think I want to. I think I want to be a place where unsigned artists, independent musicians can come, and we can create a strong group or team to help promote or help each other out. That's, I think, at the end of the day, there's so much noise out there. If you go on the internet, there's a million artists, and for us small people, no one listens to us. So we have to get together. I think so. That's what I would like to do, is create a platform, a group where we because now with the internet, anyone can listen to your music.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
It's the best time to be a musician, I think, is now because of the internet. So that would be my aspiration, was definitely to and also maybe to long term would be to have a music school, for the children around here.
Okay.
I think long term that's
and
one of my goals.
You as a teacher or what, or just as a how principal or something like this?
Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe not as a teacher, because I didn't attend any school for music. Everything I do is by ear. I've never had a guitar lesson. But I think with music helps you focus. Especially for the youth, the young children. I think it helps you to focus and to finish and to practice a song for the first time. You need to be so disciplined to learn an instrument. And I think the children, some of them are not lacking the discipline to sit down and learn a new instrument. So I would like to do that long term.
I see. Cool. That's a very nice goal. Sorry. Now I'm kind of. Is there something else you wanna tell to the listeners, to the audience about yourself? I mean, some nice facts you want to share.
Nice facts. Well, what can I say? Me, as I said, I'm self-taught. Everything I've done, I do myself. I create the music, and then I do the artwork. I sit in studio. I produce, and I do it because I love it. I don't do it for the likes or the listens or anything. I do it because, for me, it calms my mind. Is why I make music. Because my mind, as you can tell, I read a lot. I'm here, I'm there, I'm flying. I need a break from all of it, and this is where I do the music to go into my own little world,
to relax. And
this is new, I haven't been doing it for long, but I love it. Yeah, and I think the listeners, I hope they like the music. There's a lot of different music for everyone. I think it's more relaxing music, but I've got maybe 130 songs now on Spotify, so there's something for I love making music.
Wow. How do you group them? I mean, I have to admit I haven't checked before we started our talk. How do you group them? Do you make albums or EPs, or what's the way how you usually, or you just singles every time?
I don't know. I'm kind of old school, but I believe in the EP. So I make a 4-track EP. That's I think for me it works. Just 4-track EPs, and because I can't keep my attention span that long. I can't do an album. I think I wouldn't be able to do 4 songs and then release. It's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think for this time and age we are living in, it's the perfect. For an EP is perfect, because you can the attention span of the people. Saskia, can I? I'm going to talk here. Sorry, this was my daughter. Can you please?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, geht zu Linda. So I'm sorry. This was. I usually close the door.
No problem.
I forgot. I'm sorry. No, I think you're doing exactly the right thing, because I don't think. Or other way. Let me back up. If you are a band like Rammstein, you can release an album every 10 years and people would still find it and listen to it, and there will be a big media blast for this. But if you are a small artist like we are, then it's better to kind of always release something every few months, so that you remind other people I'm still out there. Because like you said earlier, I'm absolutely with you. It's the best time to be a musician. You don't need a label to release things. You don't need a big money to mix and master things and all that. But the downside of it is everyone can do it. And there's a lot, and trust me, I'm a curator. There's a lot of not so good music out there, because everyone thinks he's a musician, and of course he should. I mean, whatever makes you happy, do it. But sometimes it's really crap. What I get, and this is also, there is no filter. In the past there was this filter. You needed a label, and they would say, okay, no, this is not good. We need to be a little bit that, this and that, and today, you can kind of the squawking of a duck. You can, and then this is music, and woof, and you're gone. But Yeah, and this is the problem with it, this is the downside on this positive thing, that it's really tough to stay out of this avalanche of, I almost said bullshit, but I'm not meaning it so bad, but of this avalanche of new music every day, So so that's why I think your strategy is much better, because it's you always kind of bob your head up from this big ocean of music once in a while, with I got a new EP. Here am I.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, I think so. Yes, it is, and we have to also be very in touch with your people, your fans. I've also learned that sometimes to send a message out or to say thank you or whatever, it's important,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, me too. I try to be very polite to even people where I don't think are making good music, and I tactfully decline things and stuff. So, and most people take it well, but sometimes I really think some people don't have any friends who tell them, okay, maybe do something else. This is not for you, So but we don't have any filter or something. Yeah. But yeah. But you seem to do pretty well. I mean, I saw your SoundCloud. You have over 1,000 followers there, and like you said in the beginning, it's the gateway to Spotify and iTunes and all the other things. So yeah, the good thing is you get to the people, but yeah, as a small artist, I think it will take forever to be able to live from this and do this full time.
It will. That's where we are. I also license my music, for TV, for film and adverts and TV, and so there is some. That is where I think the more money comes from that.
Oh, cool.
Because that's what I do also on the side as I license it out, and I've had some success, small success, with it being played on TV adverts or on a TV series. I had one of my songs which was playlisted there. So it gives you a new fan, lots of new fans who listen and think, oh, who's that?
Oh, yeah, no, I can imagine, and I can imagine your music there, because it's like I said in the beginning, the one I know only 2 songs from you. The demo is the rock, okay, but the other one was very cinematic. It was kind of already painting a scene, so I could clearly see that it could fit into a TV show or in a movie or something.
Yeah, so that's actually where I started was I started making rock music, and then I started going into cinema because there were some movies which I watched which I used to love the music, and then I wanted to also make music like that.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh, there's a
or favorite movies. Give me three.
There's a favorite. I'll give you 3. Okay, the first one would be obviously The Matrix. I think The Matrix for me is a beautiful movie. And then another one would be, let's see, there's a French movie. What's it called? Amélie.
Amélie. Oh yeah, the wonderful world movie. Of Amélie. It's really great. Yeah. And the music, the music is great in this movie. The
music is.
I mean, everything is great. The color, the whole thing. It's a big fairy tale. It's really nice.
It is nice. Yes, that's another different favorite which I can watch over and over again. And then let's see. Yeah, that's 2. Maybe what else? What else would they be? Maybe Fight Club was another one I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have all cool music in Fight Club.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this was a good movie too.
I like that. It was. There's a lot. There's so many, but those are the few that stick out. I don't watch TV much. I'm very. I can't pay attention to TV. So.
You know what? I don't have a TV since over 20 years now, so I don't really miss it. And recently, I don't know. I was big on YouTube. I mean, watching YouTube. I am still subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels and watch a lot of things there. But now we got me so annoyed with all the ads on YouTube, because it's really a lot. Now I'm a premium customer from YouTube. I never wanted to do that, but now I'm a premium because I wanted to get rid of all these ads. So they got me. They got me with their strategy. Yes. But it's nice now. I can just watch without all this, because this was always the thing that annoyed me on watching TV. You know, that so many ads and oh, man, I just want to watch this movie.
Yes, I know. It's true. It's true. It is.
You cannot take so many pee breaks like they give you. It's like, oh, ridiculous.
No. They try to sell us everything these days.
So, okay, this will be interesting. I mean, this maybe we should reconnect, because I can clearly see your music in movies and TV shows. I think this is a worthwhile endeavor, especially, I mean, it's the downside with COVID and all these things, but people watch more and there's more demand for, good music and good quality movie content. You could fit in quite nicely there. I can clearly see that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. If you don't have to anything more what you would like to talk about, then I would take care of my little one. Sorry for the interruption earlier.
No.
Yeah, but it was really nice getting to know you. And please, like I said, I would be honored to sing on one of your tracks. I'm usually do more like the gothic, the more harder gothic voicey stuff. But I don't know if you want to go for that. And I did like Rammstein. I'm a German, so I can speak, of course, German. But you've write your own lyrics.
Yes.
So maybe give me, like you said. Give me your what you already recorded, so I have a guideline of how you would like it to sound and how to put in there, and then I just give you a track, and if you like it, we can take it from there, and if you don't, then it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm not the best singer in the world. I'm pretty I know that.
I think you're actually very good. I was listening to you. I listened to all your music last night. I think it's very actually. I like I like this. That cover one you did is very nice, actually.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like it. I like it too.
I like the song, and I heard you doing it. I said, "Oh, that's nice." I said, "Oh, wow, that's."
Yeah. My old stuff is. I'm thinking of maybe taking it down, because I released a few demos, but just with me and the acoustic guitar, and it's not the best quality. But I thought at the moment where I released, just get it out there and stuff. Let's see. I might take some of it down, but yeah, thank you very much. I know what I can do and what I can't do. I know my limitations, but yeah, in my little world, it fits, and I like it. So thank you very much. Good. Anyway, so thank you very much for your time. I will link to your to your Spotify and think in the video description, and I will send you the video, and it will become a podcast later. So, but this will take a while, because the podcast is only I put out 2 per week. So you're scheduled somewhere behind.
Yeah.
So it will come out later. But don't worry, you will be in the podcast as well. Okay, thank you very much, Walter. It was really nice talking with you and getting to know you. When you have something new coming out, just contact me. We can do this again, and of course I can help you with my playlist and my radio show. So thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Have a lovely day. And
thank you. Thank you, and
talk to you in the future.
Thank you very much, Tobias. You take care.
You too. Bye-bye.